It's March 13th, 2025. It's 6:54 p.m. What a day, what a day, what a day. The day was busy, but at the same time, I actually had time to go out to grab something to eat and do a little bit of grocery shopping. But yeah, no, it's been a very busy day. Um, Funny thing happened. Coffee. I make coffee. I have my own grinder. I grind my own beans. I do a drip coffee. Worked out really well. I love drip coffee. Works perfectly. But I was thinking about getting just a regular coffee maker now, because for me to do a drip coffee takes long. I'd rather prep everything night before and have it ready for me first thing tomorrow morning. The next day, I mean, tomorrow morning. Yeah, the next day. But I've been trying to figure out what to get, so I've been delaying it, delaying it. And when my grinder stopped working or start acting up, I was like, okay, it's time for me to get a new coffee maker. So I've been trying to look for a coffee maker all day today, trying to figure out what's the best one I can get. I'm just hoping my grinder still works for tomorrow. But yeah, I just need to get something that can grind, can brew the coffee, and have it and have it automated. So I decided to use my points. So I ended up finding a Cuisinart 2-brew-in-1 coffee maker thingy. You can one side you can do 12 cups regular brew, and the other one's a single cup using the K cups. I'm not really fond of using K cups because of the waste, so I might get the K cup insert thing if I can to make that work. But yeah, hopefully the needle can come out. If the needle can come out, then I can use that. If it's not, then I have to figure something out and not use that side if I don't have to. But yeah, the coffee that I normally get from the manufacturer is a BC-based coffee maker from British Columbia. I'm not sure if they do K cups. As far as I know, they don't. But yeah, all my coffee. Yeah, I'm sort of addicted to coffee. I'm not a coffee connoisseur, but I'm addictive enough that I do buy it a lot. So it's easier for me to just have it in the morning. I do drink half and half, so that means it's half caffeine, caffeinated beans. The other one is not, that's decaf beans. Reason why is I did stop drinking caffeinated coffee for about 4 months, 5 months, and it was great. It took me a while, but I've noticed that as soon as my body got used to it, by the time I hit the afternoon, I hit a wall, and I get very, very tired. And yeah, and there's points that every time we go out for dinner, not having coffee in the morning, having decaf. By the time around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I actually start falling asleep. So I decided to go back to drinking caffeine again, but I decided to do a half and half. So the company I get my coffee from, Kicking Horse, they do offer half and half, and it's a very delicious coffee. Actually, it's a very, very good coffee. So I've been drinking half and half for almost a month now, and I don't get the high of caffeine, but I don't get the crash of having caffeine in the afternoon. So it works out well. So I'll be continue doing that. So I ordered the new coffee maker. Hopefully it will come in the next week, and as soon as it arrives, I'll get it prepped and have it ready to go. The only issue that I have now is where to put it. My countertop is busy. Like, it's a dumping ground for bread, snacks, and I have my air fryer in there too. So it's just a very busy thing. So I might have to do a little reorganization to to accommodate the new coffee maker in this case. But yeah, that's coming. Hopefully that. And the other one as well too is work-wise is busy enough that keeping me busy. I decided to be an island. Pardon me. Now I'm crashing. I had my coffee. I finished drinking my coffee around 8:30, so that's how I'm feeling a bit. But I decided to become an island at work. That means I don't want to know what's happening, because the reason why I think I did mention that because of the tariff, the company's laying off people to anticipate they can just in case we go to a recession. Because the work that I do, we're very rely on imports from Europe, from Asia, from Oceania, that's Australia, New Zealand, and also the U.S. So for us to keep afloat, we have to downsize. So theoretically, I am the last one left that is considered one of the newest person got hired. I was been with the company for 2 years now. My salary is high, and everyone else that's less years than me, or people who has a lot more years than, I think more than 10, are officially gone. So except management and key senior position. So theoretically, I am the last one left that theoretically they can actually get rid of me pretty easily. So with that said, me being an island is like, if they don't see me, they don't think about me type, or notice me type deal. So I can buy myself time just in case the tariff war ends. But sorry, pardon me. So I'm hoping that if it fly down the radar, hopefully that works. If it doesn't, that's it is what it is. I did kind of find out because I received a message from there's two softwares that I use constantly, and when I was doing freelance work a few years ago, I was using it. I kept the license. I was thinking about actually canceling it this year because the 1 year and the yearly subscription actually ends a few weeks ago. But when they started laying off people, I decided, I was telling the wife that I should keep those licenses because at least I can pay them off. I don't have to worry about them. They're pretty pricey. They're about $1,000 each. So they're a very expensive license. So I decided to just get another year just in case I do get laid off, so I can do freelance work. So that's not a problem. At least all the licenses are already paid for. It's ready to go, so I'll use it, right? So that was the intent of that. So I'm just preparing myself to get the email or the call in saying that yeah, due to the economy, we have to let you go because of tariff war. So that's ready to go. Unfortunately, I do have to go that route to do the worst case scenario just to be ready for when it happens. Fun. But it's kind of funny though because I did receive an update to one of our suppliers saying that because of the new tariffs that Canada imposed to the U.S. because of the territory tariffs, it did affect almost half of the products that the manufacturer that they distribute, that they distribute and rep for. So they were making us a list for us to which product that they actually considered from the U.S. import from the U.S. compared to the rest of the world, so we can choose which one will work for us better than stuff coming from the U.S. So that's good. I'm glad that they're doing that because or else we don't have to guess on our side which one goes to what when we design things. Like I mentioned, I think yesterday's episode. So that's happening. So it is if you think that it's not if the terrorists if you think the terrorists are not affecting you, it will affect you in the long run because the company I work for, because the way that we work in the industry that I am, we do bring in stuff to make the system that we build and design. But an average person will not see it because it will take a while, especially if you're a consumer. It will take you a while for you to feel the effect of it. But if you work in the industry that uh, rely on those products coming in before it hits the consumer side, we are feeling it first before them. So before the consumer. So I think statistics. I think people are saying that all the economists are saying, both Canada and the U.S., even in Europe, saying that tariff war or any increase from the tariffs, you're not going to feel it until later on. So, unfortunately, some people there are sending really mixed signals or misinformation regarding how tariff works. How tariff works is the the 25% in this case, in this example, the 25% gets paid by the people who's importing the product in, not the company who's selling it. So if you hear something about the other person getting paid for it because of taxes, that's a complete lie. It's the people who are importing it in. So for example, if you're just a normal person, bought something, let's say from Australia or from Asia or from Europe or whatever, doesn't matter. If you bring something in, let's say I want to import a brand new coffee mug that you really really like, but it only gets made outside the country you live in, right? But there's there's a tariff on it. So for me, because I'm importing it myself, the product costs $1. Now I'm paying $1.25 plus the taxes the whatever taxes that you normally pay for, you'll get on top of that. So you pay for that, not the company selling it to you. So if you think that the tariff will not hit your bottom line as a consumer, it does. So make sure you're informed on how that works, because based on what I'm seeing in TV and all the people are saying, they have zero clue how tariff works. Some press conference I've seen, the press person doesn't even know how tariff works, and that is the most embarrassing thing. So if you live in a country that does like to put on tariffs, and your press person doesn't know how tariff works, you're being misinformed. So please do your due diligence learning how tariff works, because it will make your buying decision a lot easier. Just think about that. So, yeah, so that's what I have to go through for the past couple of weeks, and it's so much fun dealing with this, especially if you're in a job that requires you to design things or engineer things, and you're relying on products that's going into your country to make those systems work. And there's tariffs that you have a tariff war with another country. It's kind of hard for you to design things. Especially if you have a little doohickey that only one country only makes it, and you have to bring them in. So now the product overall taxing, it will increase significantly, because you're bringing stuff in and that has tariff in it. So just be aware. Please inform yourself if you don't know what tariffs is, or if you're guessing what tariff is. Please inform yourself, because it's a very fascinating subject to learn. Because if you haven't done, for me, I learned economics class in like high school. So even in grade school, we touched on it a bit, and how sales works. So it's one of those things that you should educate yourself if you don't know how it works, because it's very valuable, especially if your job becomes if your current job requires you to import stuff. If you don't know how that works, you should know how to do that. So anywho, I've been rambling around lately. So for this one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this, start cooking dinner. Wife will be home soon. There she is. So I will And oh, by the way, I'm heading downtown Toronto tomorrow, all day. So I might do some recording, some entry while I'm driving if I see something that's crazy, or do it before I head home. But yeah, thanks again. I'll talk to you guys later.